You are now entering the Thick Goddess Energy Morning Show. We in the building. High priestess in the building, didn't let my fears kill me. Transmuted my pain in that cleanse in the rain. Found out I was working and I conquered my demons. I accepted my purpose and the goddess I became. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get blocked. It is. I just turned it on. Huh? Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your Thick Goddess Energy Morning Show. I am your host, Ariana, aka Divine Moon Goddess. Yes, bringing it at you. Now, this morning show is brought to you by Divine Moon Goddess spiritual leaders. I don't know where the fuck I'm going and who I am this morning. This morning show is brought to you by Divine Moon Goddess Healers and Readings.com, where your questions get answered. And remember, for the month of March, all my services are 30% off with code Fresh Start 222 at checkout. So if you're looking to go and look into your life, if you want some counsel on a business idea or something that you're looking into, I know a lot of you are getting them big ass tax checks. If you want to learn or just look into investing, things like that, get on my website, book, and let's talk about it. If you still want to learn, I have no classes, no live classes for the first half of 2022 because I got things to do. So if you want to learn, all my classes are under the shop. You can do a self-learn recorded version of it. And while we're building the platform is coming soon within the next couple of months, you guys. I'm excited. Get excited about it. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, Becky. It is hump day. Some of y'all need to get busy. It's been a while. A couple announcements, like I just said. So remember that, and I am streaming on 4 different places right now. So if you're on the Divine Moon Goddess Healers page, welcome. That is the official business page. If you're on the Divine Moon Goddess page, that's the original page, right? And if you're in the Soul Tribe, then you guys are a part of my tribe already. Good morning. Good morning, Alexis. And if you're on my YouTube family, what is up? Thank you guys for the likes, shares, subscribes, and really supporting me in everything that I do. I've been on this platform since 2019, and you guys are amazing with all the love and the referrals that you guys send my way. I am a small business, so I basically work off of referrals and my lovely charisma on live. If you're looking to sponsor this morning show, or you want to get your own ads on this morning show, get in my inbox. Description has where to reach out to me, where to reach me if you want to sponsor this show, and how to contact me. Everything you need to know is in the description of the live, or if you're on YouTube, it's in the description box below, okay? If you are on my YouTube, but you're not on Facebook, you're missing out. I do a lot of shit on Facebook. Those of you who missed my sale on Sunday, remember you have till today to put in your orders, as tomorrow there will be a new sale, okay? Good morning, Shondell. What else do I have to talk about? I have a couple of business ventures going on. I've told you guys about that last time. If you wanted to invest, if you were looking for something to invest, I do have something for you to invest in. Business plan is almost complete, so I'll have something to give those of you guys who were serious. I said, get in my inbox and let's become business partners. Crazy thing I want you guys to know is I'm really cool, but when it comes to business, I'm business. I'm no longer a friend. When it's business, it's like, sure, the mask goes on, and now I'm a fucking business operator. And it's crazy because even my kids know this. It's like business. It's like there's no mom. Mom disappeared. It's like, no, it's fucking business. Your mother is not here anymore. So when it comes to business, just know I'm very particular. You guys can hear me okay? Everyone can hear me okay this morning? What else do I got to tell you guys? I don't know. I kind of feel like that's like what's going on. I hope that everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's vibing out there. I hope you guys are having an awesome fucking day. Um, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Good morning, cake plugs. Anywho, I don't remember. I can't remember, so it's not important. Let's get into our chat this morning. This morning, I wanted to, our biggest chat this morning is basically looking at the lack mindset and why the lack mindset doesn't work. Okay. A lot of us, even myself, used to be in this place of lack. I didn't have enough. And that's why most of my life was struggle because I came from a struggle. So it was a natural just to be in a struggle thinking I didn't have enough because as a child I didn't have enough shit. We went through times when we were broke, we were poor, we were hungry. Okay? So when you have these moments in your life that you've actually suffered, you've actually went without, you were homeless or you were hungry or you didn't have your basic needs weren't met, no lights, no gas, no, shit like that. Your basic needs weren't met. You go through this place of lack and it sticks with you. It sticks through everything. And then no matter how good you're doing, you always tend to feel like you don't have enough. And this came up because this morning I actually did Pisces reading and it came up in the Pisces reading, the monthly for Pisces. So it should be up there. It should be posted now. But that was one of the biggest things. Shuban, you can ask me questions as long as it's not tarot. I'm not doing tarot right now. This is the morning show. Oh, Janelle, gonna send you some hugs, boo. Not easy, but yes, connect with her energy. Just let her know you're feeling her. Let her know you're thinking about her. Um, so if we continue to stay in the energy, and even that, when you've lost someone, that leaves us in a lack energy because then we're fearful of death. We're fearful of losing again and again and again, right? So why is it not okay to be in this lack energy for too long? Well, remember, we are magnets to the energy that we are, right? So if you are a magnet and everything coming towards you is something inside you, is some fear, belief, energy, emotion, thought that you're having, why would you stay in a very lack center? Why would you stay in this is energy? If I don't have enough, I don't have enough. Sometimes, like when it comes to money, sometimes we're just poor ass budgeters. Sometimes we just don't invest. Most of the time we're just what do I call it? We're just consumers. We are not investors. And so I would love it for you guys to get more into investing your money in things, not just being a consumer. I say that from someone who's a businesswoman. And yes, I sell a lot of shit to you guys, right? But the biggest thing is understanding it. You also have to become that investor in your life. What are you investing your time and effort in? Or are you, if you're just a consumer, then great, be a consumer and be the best damn consumer that you fucking are. But if you always feel like you don't have enough, it's time to shift into investing because the people who got money are people who invest. They take risks, okay? Poor people don't take risks. We're too fucking afraid. We do shit that we know we go buy shit because we know it's there, right? We go do things that we know, but we're not taking a risk, right? Right. And so a lot of times it is just understanding that sometimes it's not as bad as we think it is, though. You ever think like, fuck, I'm in a financial this, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I got a little extra money. Where the fuck does money come from? It's because we're not paying attention. We're not looking. We're so worried that we're kind of creating the energy also. Now, if you're truly having financial issues, fine, deal with it, right? Deal with it. Get a plan. Get a strategy together. What's the next 6 months look like? What do I need to cut to get myself out of this hole, right? Because a lot of people aren't willing to do that. A lot of people will get in a financial bind, but they won't do anything to get out of it. They will continue to spend money. They will continue to eat out. They will continue to fuck off money in ways that it's like, wait a minute, you're in a financial bind. What are you doing to get yourself out, right? What are we doing, right? So instead of in a mindset of, oh, I don't have enough, and this is you creating this energy. All right, let me get a plan together. Let me get a strategy together. Let me get a 6 month. And I say 6 months because it's a very short term strategy of what to do with your time and effort, what to do with your money in this moment, right? You got to let your money make money, right? Because if you're not letting your money make money, then you're just spending money. And again, you're a consumer. And there's nothing wrong with being a consumer because not everybody can be a business owner. It's not cut out for everyone. Everyone doesn't have the ability to do it. But there's other ways to invest your money and not do shit. You just got to find the right company. You got to find the right stocks. You got to put some time and effort into what you're doing to where you can have passive income. And if you guys don't know what passive income means, start looking it up because that is that's what wealthy people have, right? The average wealthy person has about 7 streams of income. If you work one job, that's not bringing you that's not bringing you passive income. Okay, if you work 3 jobs, that's not bringing you passive income because you are working 3 jobs. There's a big difference between having 3 streams of passive income and then working 3 jobs. You're working, but all your time is going to those jobs. It's not making you more money because you still need those 3 jobs to survive. So there's a lot of misconception about it. But when we sit in the lack, it's like, oh, some people live outside of their means, or you're overspending your money, and you're not. Money is money. You got to look at money as water. Look at money as fluid. Look at money as everlasting flowing. Right? You got to change the way you see money. A lot of us come from very poor ass backgrounds, so we see money as scarcity. We don't see it as plentiful, right? We don't see it in that manner. We see it as very scarce. Not, it's hard to get. I got to work really hard. The average person who fucking works their 9 to 5 job for 50 fucking years and retires is broke as fuck when they retire, unless they were really good at putting some money away here or there. No one is getting rich off working, your 40-hour week job and then retiring. Nobody. Okay. And I'm not saying you got to get rich, but even to have financial freedom, because what do most people want? Financial freedom. Most people want to be free. Most people don't want to have to be in the bind of having to show up for other people, right? Financial intelligence. Yes. I believe we don't have this. We don't have it enough. We don't have enough people educating us on how to get out of our financial suffocation, right? Sophistication. Um, yeah. Well, no one taught me. If I would have had the teachings, of course, I would have been a boss at money. Because when you getting into your 18, credit cards galore are hitting you, and and if you can manage them, like really manage them, then you're fucking awesome. The biggest thing is we get credit, we max it out. Okay, then you pay the minimum. Well, that's not going to raise your credit score. You gotta look into these things. Educating yourself about finances is everything. But I can tell you, I used to live in a place of lack. There was not enough. There was never enough money, no matter how much I got paid. And at one time, I was close to $20 an hour. My last job, I was very close to $20 an hour. It was not enough. It was never enough. I never had enough. Every paycheck, I was living paycheck to paycheck, borrowing, taking loans out to pay fucking bills and other necessities because I was like, not enough. It was never enough. And so what Spirit was showing me is that it's not enough. It's that I was looking at money wrong. I was looking at money as this scarce object that I could not obtain. And so if you believe it, it's true, right? Right. It's the how bad do you want it, basically. You listen to and I listen to a lot of people now. You guys, when I'm working at my desk, I'm playing some high level people that talk about wealth, talk about creating wealth, talk about getting wealth. You gotta change what you're listening to. And I keep saying this. The lack The mind of the, lack mindset comes from things instilled within you, pre-programmed bullshit telling you that you cannot have, that you're not worthy of having, that somehow your background is not, it's not in reach for you to have it. And you got to deprogram all of that shit first of all. And you have to start telling yourself, no, fuck that. I deserve wealth. You know how many times I've said that to myself? In like 2020, I said it all the time. Every time I did a ritual, every time I did an intention, I deserve wealth, success, and money. And I kept saying it over and over. I would say it 3 times. I deserve wealth, success, and money because I do. And I created that. And so you guys got to take that step back. Now, I'm not rich. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Divine Moon Goddess is rich. But I actually do really fucking good for myself. And I make more than I made when I was working for someone else. So no matter what's going on in your life, you have to see that wealth is in your reach. I have a financial freedom that most people don't. Most people have to get up and go clock in for someone else. I don't. I've created this life for myself. And so when I say I'm a prime example of what you can do, because I'm someone from the hood that came from a lack mindset, that didn't think I could do, didn't think I could have, always was in the I don't have enough, and I'm scared that I'm going to lose. And there's times where my mind wants to go back to that place and think like, oh my God, I don't have enough. Oh my God, it's quiet. Where's sales at? And spirit's always telling me, calm down. You're okay. Good morning, Betty. But you have to understand that when your belief system says, I'm okay and money finds me, money will always find you. If you believe that you're wealthy, well, you're never going to be broke. You just won't. And so I've been a student in this past couple of years where I've tested it out to see. I've tested it to see. Can I stay in this mindset? Can I believe that I can have what I want? Can I believe that I can create the wealth that I want? And it's there. So you have to believe first. You have to believe in yourself, right? That's the first place. You got to stop telling yourself that you don't have enough. I have everything that I need. One of the first things in the beginning that I started to tell myself was, if nothing ever changes, can I be okay with where I'm at right now? That's the first thing. Because if you're not okay with where you're at, no matter how much you tell yourself, I'm good, I have everything, it's not going to fucking matter. If the 4 walls you're sitting in, you fucking hate looking at them, nothing about the statement is going to be true, because your emotions and your thoughts aren't coinciding. They're not going together, right? Right. If you see broke people, if you got to look at your circle too. Is your circle broke? If your circle's broke, that's the mindset. That's the conversations that you're having. If your circle is wealthy and happy and thriving, doesn't matter if they're where they want to be or not, or if they're still striving to get there, but you got to look at your circle. Who is your circle? That's the big part of it. And it's crazy because I had to think about that. Like, people sitting next to me, if their energy is in a lack energy, does that bring me down? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I'm not saying you got to tell all your friends tomorrow, like, fuck you, you broke bitch. I ain't talking to you no more. Hey, Diana. But I will say, you got to look at who's next to you. Are they thriving or not? Because that does kind of, transmute into, not transmute, but the transmission of the energy is real, right? Just like someone living in your home or your partner, you could take on their karma. Same fucking shit about the people that are around you. So if you're in this energy of lack all the time, I don't have enough, I'm missing this, I don't have this, I'm not happy because I don't have this, what are you creating in your energy? That's why the lack mindset doesn't work. And that's why people get stuck in this energy of nothing. I don't have nothing. You got to start first, gratitude and appreciation of where you're at. Some of you guys have come a long way and you don't give yourself enough credit for how far you fucking come, right? No cards this morning, boo. This is the morning show. So you're sitting here in this energy and it's like, all right, I've come a long way. Let me give myself some thanks, right? Let me give myself some thanks of how far it's been, how far I've come, right? And then start looking around. Like I said, if you can't appreciate the four walls that you're in, you'll never get to that point of being wealthy. Wealthy isn't just about money, wealthy is a mindset, it's an energetic mindset. Your energy, your thoughts, and your feelings all together in balance. Wealth is a mindset. So is broke. So is lack. If you feel you're constantly chasing money, guess what? You will always be chasing money. If you're always chasing the next contract, chasing the next deal, chasing the next payday, chasing the next, I don't fucking know, but you'll constantly be chasing that money. You ever see the commercial of I think it was an insurance commercial where it's like a donkey and they have like the carrot is on a fishing pole. Fishing pole, they got the donkey walking, or is it the person? Maybe it was State Farm. It's not a donkey, it was an old man with a fishing pole. You guys remember that commercial? And it was just out of reach. Like somebody was trying to grab a dollar and the old man was laughing. It was funny as fuck though. I think there's another commercial that I'm remembering with the donkey, or I'm remembering a cartoon. Anywho, that's kind of how it is. It's the dollar, right? The old man, the fishing. It was the old man. He was like laughing because you couldn't get the fucking dollar off of the damn fishing pole. Anywho, that's how you are in the lack energy. Constantly trying to get this that's out of reach. Gotta be quick enough. Exactly. So you're constantly out of reach. Your dreams, your goals are out of reach. Oh, I can't get that position. I'm not qualified enough for that position. It is State Farm, right? I knew it was State Farm. State Farm always got the fucking commercials. So that's the lack energy. It goes the same thing with relationships. If you feel like you're lacking something in your relationships, guess what? You are. If you feel like you can't get good relationships, guess what? You won't. So your mindset is everything. And I think we'll probably have a show where we just talk about mindset and thoughts, because people don't realize it's like, oh, words ain't shit and words don't do this and words don't do that. Yes, it does. Words are very powerful. Now, words ain't going to create $1 million. It's just going to fall into your lap. No, they're not that powerful. But you can create in your life to get to that $1 million. But you got to have some action with the words. See, when people misconstrue what manifestation or intentions or being that person of working your intentions, working with spirit. Spirit's not just going to drop a fucking $1 million on your lap or deliver it to your door. You actually got to make some moves. You got to take some risks in this life. But if you're listening, if you're paying attention, if you're doing the work, well, Spirit's going to guide you in a way. They're going to guide you in a way where you're good. I fucking love that commercial. I think Shondell just put it in there. Right. You almost got this fucking dollar, working hard for a fucking dollar, right? And life's just laughing at you. Universe is just laughing at you because you're making it harder than what you need to. We make life harder than what it is. Now, I do know we live in a society that is money. It's driven by capital. And if you don't understand that, then you're living in la la land, right? Because we do live in a society that we have to pay bills. That's the society. We got to pay for pretty much fucking anything and everything that we want in our lives, including the land, our place, our roof over our head. Shit, and we're lucky we don't pay for air, There's still a way of doing things where you don't stay. So let me tell you, if you're having financial issues, especially right now with tax season, are you the type that fucks off your taxes? Are you the type that does something? Some people just use their taxes as extra. They put in their savings. They go on a couple vacations a year, and that's what they do. Or are you taking your money and are you investing in something? I'm not telling everyone to go out and start businesses and lose all your money, because you got to have a drive for that shit. Let me tell you, you got to have a drive to be a business owner. It is not for the weak. And it's not for the lazy. You can't be a lazy fucking person and expect to work for yourself, because as a business owner, you're the fucking owner, the manager, the secretary, the accountant, the bookkeeper, the fucking marketer. You're everything. Okay? There's canned air. Are they canning air already? Ridiculous. I'm just going to say ridiculous. There was this Facebook thread that was going around this past Christmas, and a woman bought her children some land. It was a couple acres. And she took a picture of her kids in front of the land that they purchased. And people were giving her shit. People were giving this woman shit for buying. Oh, how could you buy your kids land for Christmas? That's not a Christmas gift. Let's just take a second and think about this. Let's just take a second to think about this. This woman bought some land that her kids can develop or they can sell later on in life if they choose to, right? Because you don't got to do anything with the land. Somebody's going to want to buy that land at some point. They can just sit on that land until someone comes along if they don't want to do anything with it over some motherfucking toys. Like, how is that even a comparison? So I feel like a lot of it goes down to our priorities as people. A lot of people want a lot of shit, but you're in a lack mindset. So how are you ever going to obtain this shit? Good morning, Daniela. You won't. You can't obtain shit with a lack mindset. It's too pessimistic. Look, a vacant lot, 120,000. Yeah. And I don't know, different places have different, of course, there's some land out here for a couple acres. I think it's like $5,000. I'm going to buy one very soon just to have it. You got to think outside of the purse that you own, the Chanel perfume that you own, your fucking Steve Madison shoes that you own, your Jordans. You got to think outside of that. What else do you fucking own at the end of the day? When you're trying to get out of this lack mindset, you got to think bigger. Owning land is an asset. What assets do you have in your life? Because right now we got liabilities. Everybody got a bunch of liabilities in their life. It's crazy because I've been learning liabilities and assets in business. Good morning, Madison. And so you start to see like, damn, I got a bunch of liabilities, but I ain't got no fucking assets in this life. I mean, my business is an asset now. But before that, it was like, what do I got? Right? And it's like, why not? Buy gold. Yeah. You guys should be getting your hands on gold. I want at least one gold bar. Just one. I just want at least one gold bar. You got to look into these things. Right now, the price of that shit is fucking ridiculous with the war, but it is what it is. We won't go there. We don't want to be censored or banned. I'll just say that, the biggest thing, if you take away anything, get yourself out of the mindset that you can't. We've been structured to be consumers where we work, we eat, and that's it, right? We work, we buy. We work, we buy. We work, we work, we buy. Some people will buy a house, but that's as far as it goes. Unless you're flipping houses, that home is not going to make you passive income. Yes, you could get equity and you can have all of that within the home. And, if you want to sell it one day and this, that, and the third, but that's not bringing passive income into your life. So what are you doing to create wealth within your life instead of thinking I can't? I hear a lot of people that say I can't. And it's like, why are you limiting yourself? Maybe before you couldn't, but what's stopping you from doing something different today? What is stopping you today from changing how you've always done things? What is stopping you from today from getting a different game plan? So that's the biggest thing. It's like, how today do I stop being the same person I was yesterday? And I talk to you guys all the time. I started doing stocks. I don't do day trading stocks. That's a lot of work. I'm not a day trader, but I do look at traders that have a lot of skills in the game and they're on it. And I do listen to what's right now, what should I invest in for the long term. I do long term stock options. So I look at that, right? I get dividends from some of the companies every like so many months or quarters. I don't know, whenever they report their fucking money. And it's cool. I don't do nothing with it but put it back into the stocks. I don't cash out. I don't keep it. I just put it back in my stocks. You got to start doing things. And I've only done stocks for like the past year. I've only been starting to do it for the past year. So I'm not going to act like I'm a guru and I know all the stocks. You got to watch it. You got to be looking at the business financial in the morning. You got to be on them stocks, watching what's going on, looking at the businesses, the companies. Most of us put all of our money into these companies and we know nothing about these companies. We don't know their financial. We don't know what they're doing. Even the company you work with. How aware are you of your company's financials? Do you even know shit about your company? Do you know how good your company is doing against all of the competition that your company has? Or is your company about to be bankrupt and you don't even know? These are the things that nobody teaches us. We think because there's a big sign outside the door that this job, we're safe, that this place is never going to go anywhere. I worked for a company, my last job, which was a career, and I was there almost 11 years. And I watched the company be sold, I think, 6 times. 6 times. When I first was there, I was there a few months. I think I was there about 6 months, and it got sold the first time. And it got sold many times after that. And then here goes this new company rolling in with their new brand, you know? Nothing is guaranteed. So you have to look outside of the things that you think you know. We've been programmed in this lack mindset, but it's time to break that. Break those chains of what you thought you knew about money. Start looking into money, start learning about money, and start thinking of money in a different way. Because money is not the fucking root to all evil. Money is not bad. You know what money does for people? And I heard this one guy say, and I can't remember his name to give him credit, but he said all money does is bring the truth out in people. So if you were a shitty person before money, guess what money does? Amplifies your shittiness. If you were a devious, hedonistic fucking predator, money amplifies that within you. If you were a giving, loving person, guess what? You give way more when you have money. Money is not the root to all evil. Money is not bad. It's the people behind it that show their true colors after having money. So that's the thing about money. You have to change the way you see it. How are you looking at this? How are you visualizing it? We make money very important in our lives, but do we have to feel smaller than it? And we don't. Start to invest in yourself. A lot of people are like, I can't invest. Let me fucking tell you, if you sat and looked, and I tell you guys this all the time, if you sat and looked at your bank statements every month, how much money do you spend that you could be putting to the side to invest in something? I'll wait. Some people don't want to sacrifice. Don't want to sacrifice your good afternoons or your weekends. You don't want to sacrifice, but there's a little sacrifice somewhere. And if you're operating on very minimal income, you're going to have to sacrifice somewhere to start to make a passive income for yourself. Remember, I just said, create a 6-month plan. How can I get to point A to point B? Or do I just sit in this energy and say, well, I'm on a fixed income? Because I hear that a lot. I'm on a fixed income. I'll never be able to save. I'll never be able to do this. Okay. And that's even people who work that are on a fixed income. You get the same amount. There's no OT. You can't make no more money. So where's the plan? Where's the plan to get from point A to point B to get out of it? right? Awesome. Exactly. Because $5 is not a lot. I started doing stocks like that. I wasn't putting like no $1,000 down on a fucking stock. I was doing a little $5, $10. $5, $10, 25 if I think I'm doing good. You know, you guys that got beautiful side hustles, yes. What are you doing with your side hustles? A lot of people are like, oh, I don't know how to get started. I don't know how to showcase my stuff. You guys have fucking free social media, free marketing, free ads. Facebook has a whole fucking marketplace that you could fucking put your shit on. The thing about it is you have to start to utilize these tools that you have. This is a virtual fucking reality right now, more than it's ever been ever in life. Yep, you could save pocket change. I used to be the person who always threw my change in a bank. I don't carry money though. I don't carry cash on me, so I never have change now. But there's apps that will add round up or round down, I think, round up or round down on your money. You just have to kind of remember and think about it. My goal is this. What do I do today to change it? But if you keep telling yourself that I don't have enough, I can't, I'll never have that. I wish, you keep looking at everyone else. Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could have that life. I wish I could own that piece of land. I wish I could own that house. That's all you're going to be doing is wishing, hoping that one day it happens instead of making the moves to make it happen. I didn't get here overnight. And I'm not going to act like I got here overnight. I'm not going to act like everything has been, no twists or turns, no bumps or bruises with this. There's been a lot of learning. The thing is that you just keep moving forward, though. Don't go backwards. Keep moving forward. You use Stash and Cash. Exactly. So there's apps out there that you could do it, or you could do it yourself. Me, I don't necessarily do those apps. I just throw what I have or what I feel like into my stocks in the moment. And then, of course, building some other things. So I really just wanted to talk about the lack. Madison, I do readings, but not right now. This is the morning show. This is the morning show. We talk real ass shit in the morning show. Gotta get out of that lack. It's crazy because I had this huge tower moment in 2019. Spirit was kicking my ass when it came to money. And I was at the point of almost losing my car because I was so afraid of not having. I was so afraid that Spirit was like, oh, we're going to give you a really huge lesson in finances, life, and wealth. And I had to let it all go. I had to let it all go and just say, fuck it. Fuck my credit. Fuck bills. Fuck my car. Fuck it all. And just let it go. And it's crazy because in 2019, by that October, I was like really close to losing my car. And I have a very expensive fucking car note, might I add. But then by February of 2020, I was debt free. I was a couple grand in debt, but Spirit helped me and showed me I had to let go of what I thought I knew about money. I had to let go of what I thought I knew, that lack energy, that holding on, that being afraid to take risks. And so Spirit pushed me to take more risks, and those risks actually panned out for me. Those risks got me out of debt, and then I had retired from my full-time job in June of 2020. That was a huge fucking step, even though I was scared as hell. The thing is, you have to get out of what you think you know. And when I talk about pre-programming, I'm saying it for real because we've been programmed to think certain ways. So if you look at your life, and we're just talking about assets and we're talking about growth and we're talking about how do you feel in your life? Do you feel like you have everything that you need? And it's okay if you feel like you have everything you need and you're like, yeah, but I wouldn't mind maybe doing some extra shit or having some extra money on the side, you know? Or if you feel like, you know what, I don't think I have enough money. I want to make more money, you know? Look at that. Utilize the money that comes in. A lot of people get a lot of money every year. I watch people get like fucking 10 grand or more on a fucking tax return and go and blow that shit on shoes, clothes, cars that you can't pay for in a couple months. And it's just like, none of that is going to make you money. And that's what they want. They want you to stay a consumer. Because if you become someone who is financially literate, then it's a game changer. So I push you guys to look more, read more, think more, and evolve. But let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with you being a consumer if you want to stay a consumer. There's nothing wrong with that. And I don't want anyone to think I'm judging them for being a consumer. Consume on. I actually like you guys that consume. Okay. But if you're someone who's been like, you know what? I actually want to do more I want to have more. I want to invest more. I want to do something different. I've been itching to do something different. And that's who I'm talking to. Because it's not just about 401ks in your job. That's great to have a 401k, but that 401k is not a passive income. Now, yes, you can borrow on a 401k because I have. From my last company, I borrowed on my 401k when I needed it. When if I was in a jam, that money was there and I paid it back through my paychecks. So you have it, right? Right. I don't even fuck with the name brands. You know, some people fight me on this, Janelle, and we're gonna put it on the board. Some people fight me on this, but I actually don't give a shit about a name brand anything. I don't care if it's Gucci, Louis, them fucking ugly ass Birkin bags that everybody fucking talks about. What's the other bag that's ugly as shit and everybody talks about them bags? I don't even fucking remember the damn name. Fucking what's the damn name? Anyway, they're ugly as hell. $500 for a fucking bag or more. And it's just ugly. I personally don't give a shit about a name. I can get a whatever they call them, mock bags. Hell yeah. That's what you see me rolling with. People will argue that if you have money, you look like you have money. I don't believe that. I don't believe that everyone who has money looks like they're all rich with all this gold and fucking jewelry on. And I think people that are wealthy look clean. There's a difference from a bum to someone who looks clean. I think there's a big difference, but not every wealthy person is flossing, name brand, this, that, and the third. A lot of people have basic ass shit on. You see a lot of wealthy people with just basic ass clothes on, basic stuff. They might have a really good, nice car though. I don't think I've ever seen a wealthy person without a nice car, except for like Keanu Reeves, who likes the fucking public transportation. But other than that, you'll see them with a really nice car and then they'll have some basic clothes on, right? Right. Exactly. That's how I feel, Daniela. You're struggling before the taxes, you're struggling after the taxes. And the reason why I keep bringing up the taxes because it's tax season. And I know for a fact, because I've been the same type of person who's got their taxes and fuck it off. The last couple of years, my taxes have went into my business, all into my business, revamping, recreating, redesigning. I spent a lot of money as far as my taxes right back into my business. But I understand. Exactly. I do. I think buy some land, buy homes, buy assets that, like I said, that are worth. Because you think about it, if you really got into a place of like, damn, at least you have a fucking piece of land to go live on and you could sleep and get a tent. Okay. Let's just be real. If you really lost everything, you got the fucking piece of land to go live on. And if you put a cow on the land, You won't pay taxes. Just a hint for you. Buy some land, put a cow on there, or some chickens, or whatever the fuck. You won't pay taxes. You know, it's easy as that. But a lot of people are like, man, I can't afford that. I've seen acres like one. I don't know if it's 1 acre or 4 acres. I don't know. Probably less than that. But $5,000. Everybody got $5,000 on their taxes. Go buy you some land. I bet you if everyone bought themselves land, society would be like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? Why is everybody buying land? Why is everybody waking up? Let's do some deals on TV. This one guy I was watching, and I've said this quote again. I can't remember his name because it sucks that I can't remember because I watch too many people. I need to start writing it down. But he said, if you watch like commercials and stuff, right? You don't see commercials of Lamborghinis, Porsches. You don't see commercials for those things. And it's because wealthy people are not watching it. So they don't spend the money to market it. You got to look at what are the kind of commercials that you see all the time? Broke ass people shit. Okay. Yeah, I like quality too. I like a good quality. I don't care about the name. A lot of people floss stuff they're not even paying for. You know, these athletes and singers, they're advertising name brand shit. So while everyone's thinking, oh, they're just buying, no, they're advertising for those companies. Yeah. You know, it's not like we could just acquire land. And I know when it comes to indigenous, when peoples and their rights to land in that aspect, and believe me, I understand when it comes, but a lot of us were born here, right? Back in the day, yeah, our people came and did some fucked up shit, took away a lot of land. But now, hundreds of years later, we all live here. You know, I was born here, you know. So when you get into the specifics of that shit, it's hard, right? Because, you know, some people will look at it like we don't deserve to be here. Well, we should go back home. This is my home, though. You know, I'm not entitled to any lands. You know, I can't just be like, yo, I'm an American. Give me my piece of land, even though there's enough land for all of us to have a fucking acre, you know, but for some reason we have to pay for it. Right. And I mean, most artists, especially from the hood, they go buy jewelry. They go spend like 30 bands on a fucking watch or a fucking gold chain or some shit like that. When you're broke, you do broke shit with money. And then you start looking at it like, wait a minute. You know, right now they said, oh, it was on anyway, I watched too much shit. I heard Johnny Depp is almost bankrupt right now. How the fuck do you go bankrupt? That man is worth millions of fucking dollars and is almost bankrupt. But when you live lavish, spend frivolously, but you don't have passive income coming in, there you go. You go bankrupt. Hmm. I believe there's enough land for all of us to have a piece of it for free. But unfortunately, that's not the reality that we live in, right? Look into it though. Educate yourself. Exactly. I love Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre's been in the game for a while. You know, Dr. Dre's been in the game for a while, so you know I could see. But so you know, the newbies back in the day, and especially when he was young, I'm pretty sure he did the same thing when he was young. But he's, you know, he's older now. Uh huh. So get money savvy, you guys. Start looking instead of watching the paid news. Start watching the business financials. Start looking up what does land cost around you? Where's the land around you? How much is it? Look for lots. Look for stuff like that. Look, it is feasible for you to be a landowner. It's probably more feasible for you to buy land than a fucking house at this point. House prices are fucking ridiculous right now. I don't know. I mean, for a seller, it's great. Buyer, man, this shit is crazy right now. They say we're looking at going to a recession because of everything. We may be on the brink of a recession. I would say you guys be very careful of your money right now. Be very careful of your money and how you spend it and what you spend it on right now. We have these times that are changing and everybody's talking about digital this and digital that, but that digital world seems very faulty to me. I don't know if I trust that digital world to the extent of what they're saying. I think you should invest in assets that are physical too, not just digital assets, physical assets. You know what a portfolio is? Having a portfolio, you have several streams of assets in there, passive income, businesses and things like that. Expand what you're watching, expand what you're thinking, because staying in a place of lack keeps you in a place of lack, keeps you in the I can't, I'm not good enough to have, or I'll never have. Start changing that to know that you deserve it. It's yours by right, right?